Golfers, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to talk about is hip rotation, a simple drill that you can use within your practice to, let's say, increase your hip rotation on the backswing and on the downswing. So this is a request on behalf of one of my Instagram followers who's struggling with, let's say, rotating their hips in the backswing and how that's going to affect their downswing position. So this golfer had a tendency of getting to the top of the backswing, and what tended to happen, the right hip did not create enough depth on the backswing. So what I mean by that, the right hip didn't want to turn away from their body, and what happened from there, their hands got a little bit high at the top of the backswing, and that's where it created a little bit of trouble and a little bit of problem on the way down. So this golfer struggled with an over the top swing path, had a lack of consistency when striking the golf shots. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use a simple drill that you can use within your practice to improve on your impact conditions. So this is a move that every golfer, every person does on their day-to-day life, and it's putting your hands in your pockets, but we'll go into that in a little bit more detail after we've covered with this tip. So if you think about it, the way this right hip moves actually affects the way our hips rotate. So our right side of our pelvis, how that's going to rotate into the backswing. But the biggest fault I see within golfers who are new to the game or struggling to get their swing on track is they'll take the club to the top of the backswing, and what they'll tend to do is they don't turn their hips enough. So don't turn if you think my hips, this is the angle of this golf club, their hips don't, this right hand of this golf club or the club head doesn't move enough on the backswing, so it doesn't move enough past their kind of right leg and right hip over kind of their right pocket. But what we need to do from there is, if my hip doesn't rotate enough into the backswing, we tend to get a little bit high with the arms, a little bit steep to the top, and the tendency is we're always kind of rushing the downswing with our arms compared to our hips. So what I want you to feel like you're doing, simple tip, I'm going to drop the golf club, and this is a simple move that you can adhere to or stick to within your practice. So we'll all do this on a day-to-day basis, and what I mean by that is we put our hands in our pockets, so we're trying to keep our hands warm, or you can use it for a golf drill. So if you're sitting at home at the moment, working from home, use the time wisely to use it as a golf drill. So what I want to feel like you're doing from here is, if you're a golfer who struggles with rotating their hips on the backswing, what we need to do is we need to try and get this right pocket a little bit more behind us. So what I mean by that is, put your right hand in your pocket, and the idea is we're trying to pull our right pocket back. So think about it, we're trying to pull our right pocket back. So when we pull our right pocket back, what you'll see from there is, if I just put my hand in the right pocket, if I pull my right pocket back, what tends to happen, my hips tilt on a slight axis or a slight angle, and from there that's going to allow my right hip to open up slightly. It's going to allow my right hip to create a little bit more depth. It's almost the feeling that my right leg's almost straightening in, but my pocket's moving up the way slightly. So put your hand in your right pocket. This is a simple drill. You can just pull your right pocket back with your right hand, almost in that position. So that's the feeling we want to implement. So right pocket back, hand in pocket, right pocket back. As you can see from there, if I go back to my old swing fall of lifting my arms on the backswing, don't move this right pocket, my hands tend to get a little bit high. I'm standing up in my posture because I'm not creating enough hip turn. So from there, that's me fully turned, not creating my right pocket to move back. So let's go into this drill. So put a right hand in the pocket, just pulling my right pocket back. So it's pulling my right pocket back. From there, my hands travel in a, let's say, more depth, my hands in a little bit better position, and my shoulder plane is not as steep as I get to the top of the backswing because I've kept my posture. So pull your right pocket back, that's going to help me maintain my posture, it's going to help me maintain my shoulder plane, and the club's in a nice position, my left shoulder's a little bit more down as opposed to high into the top of the backswing. One other thing you can focus on, if you reverse that, and you're a golfer who struggles with, let's say, starting downswing. So one of the biggest faults I see within golf is people get to the top of the backswing. What tends to happen is they don't create enough pressure left first. So pressure doesn't move left first. There's got too much weight on the trail side, so I mean by that, the weight stays back on the right side. And then from there, everything kind of stands up and our body weight's behind the golf ball. So what I want you to focus on is the same as that. So change from your right hand to your left hand. We're putting our left hand in our pocket. And what we're trying to do from there is we're getting to the top of the backswing. This is the best drill that you can stick to because we all do it quite commonly. We all put our hands in our pockets. So what I want you to do to get to the top of the backswing, I want you to feel like you're just putting your hand in your left pocket, keep your right hand where it is, and just you're pulling your left hip back. So it's almost that feeling. Take the club back, pulling my right hip back, pulling my left pocket back. As you can see from there, pulling my left pocket. So I'm moving, my hips move laterally first, so I'm pulling my left pocket laterally first, and I'm pulling it to the left, so it's almost like feeling like my hips are rotating. So my hips are starting to rotate through impact. So instead of my shoulders starting a downswing, pull your right pocket and then pull your left pocket. So get to the top of that swing, pulling the left pocket, that's going to allow my hips to move slightly sideways first, and then it's going to allow my hips to create that kind of rotating motion that we all want to stick to within our practice. So guys, what when you do, drill number 1, get to the top of the backswing, feel like we're pulling our right pocket back. That's another thing you can do. Start the backswing, everything moving away together, pulling your right pocket back, almost in that position. So I'm pulling my right pocket back, everyone puts their hands in their pockets to keep their hands warm. So it's almost this position, pull my right pocket back the way. Pull my right pocket back the way, right hip goes up slightly. And then as we come back down into impact, I'm going to change hands. So I'm going to feel like I'm pulling my left pocket. So my left pocket's pulling slightly. And then from there, my hips are going to start rotating slightly through impact. But the feeling is that my left pocket is moving further away from my body on the downswing. That's the feeling of the left hip rotating first. It's the feeling of my pelvis moving left through impact. So guys, let me know your thoughts on that video. If you're struggling with hip rotation and shoulder rotation in the backswing, put your hands in your pockets. We're all good at that sometimes. Keep your hands warm. Right pocket, back on the backswing. Then create that feel that right hip going up slightly. That's going to help your hips tilt on a slight axis, slight angle. On the downswing, what I want you to feel you're doing, we're getting hands to the top of the backswing. From there, we're just pulling our left pocket. So that's the feeling, pulling the left pocket. Pulling the left pocket through impact. That's going to help our hips rotate. And also on our drill, put your hips, the club on your hips. So club head to the right, start the backswing, and then down, hips level out. Then they start on the forward swing, the hips are going to start to rotate open. So the top end of the club has to be out of the way first. Left pocket's opening up, right pocket's coming in. That's going to help you create more kind of distance, more rotation with your hips. Let me know your thoughts on this video. So 2 simple feelings, 2 simple drills that you can stick to within your practice. And stay safe, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.